Sub YouTube, it's your boy Flo. So you clicked on my video, right? I like that intro. What y'all think about that? And I haven't been on this channel in a while, right? As you can see, from the content prior, the last time I was on this channel was like a year and a half ago. A lot has changed, a lot, right? So I thought that it would be fun, just to challenge myself and be consistent on both of my channels. So if you're a part of the family and you watching the content on this channel, you definitely a part of the family if you watching on this channel, right? So I definitely want to show love and say that I love you and appreciate you very much, right? And now, what I need you to do for me is two things, right? Number one, I'm gonna need you to click that link that you see in the description. And that's for you to join the Discord family, where what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be doing weekly check-ins every Thursday. Every Thursday, we will all be in the group chat, and we all gonna be chilling, chopping it up, supporting each other. Yo, how you doing, bro? Like, yo, how's everybody's journey going? Or do anybody want to vent? Got something they want to talk about? Something you going through? You need some advice, right? I feel like that'd be legendary. That'd be legendary for the family to just just show that love. It's just what I love about the Discord family as well, is that it's an opportunity for you to do what I seen as an opportunity for me to do on YouTube. See, what I seen as an opportunity for YouTube was for me to have access to put out a certain kind of energy that I wouldn't have access to on my day-to-day basis. See, now on YouTube, I have the accessibility to have thousands of accountability partners. And, just putting myself out there in a way that people never seen before. That alone is me doing a service, right? If there's a young dude, between the ages of 15 and 18, and he see a grown man like me, about to turn 27 this year, and he see me on there keeping it raw, you know what I'm saying? Living my life raw. Where he come from the generation where everybody on his following, everybody in his friend group presenting themselves in a way on these platforms where it's gonna make me stand out more. And I'm doing a service for that young king and putting things in perspective for him, where he like, oh, son over there really living that. And I can see that these people, I'm gonna be giving people downloads like, yo, son over there really living his truth. Probably wouldn't even known that certain things if he wouldn't have said certain things. So now that helped the young homie put certain things in perspective. Like, I wonder how many other people out here is really out here fronting or, saying what they want to say and not really saying too much because they got an image to uphold. They got women, they trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it go deep. I'm posted in a alleyway downtown Manhattan. I was in a Discord and I decided to tell everybody like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna be more consistent on my second channel. So if y'all got any video ideas, holla at me and let's do that. So in the Discord, one of the homies said, yo, speak on how to raise your vibration. And they was giving me some little bullet points. I think he said something about, just aligning with that divine masculine, like being grounded in your masculinity. I think, I'm trying to remember what else. I think that was it, if I'm not mistaken. But let's do that. Let's start with how to raise your vibration. Number one, you got to accept that your whole life, you were the cause of your vibration being low. Whether you were doing that consciously or subconsciously, see, that's the tricky part, you know, because you don't know where you're going unless you know where you've been. So you got to know how to, you know, decipher and pick apart the past to know how to get to where you want to be. Because how you going to raise a vibration that you don't even know, right? That's the problem with, I just dropped a gem, poof, and a lot of y'all probably didn't even catch that. Let me rewind that. How you going to raise something that you don't even know, right? You pretty much, you know, that's like the difference between, you know, having a biological kid and going to the adoption center and going to adopt whatever age you are. Just imagine going to the adoption center, just going to adopt that person. Like, oh, let's say you 18 watching this video, you 25 watching this video, you 30 something watching this video, and you just now ready to figure out how to raise your vibration. You can't just, oh yeah, let's do that. What you raising? Do you even know things that you was doing on a unconscious level, things you was doing even on a subconscious level? You know how, you know, you got to understand and realize that when you was coming up, you was very weak and low vibrational. So you was idolizing and picking apart certain people, auras and things about them. And you was taking that and you was bringing it into your frequency, right? Think about how these people idolize their favorite rappers. Think about how these people just idolize, you know, a certain image of a man in general because of maybe what women out here may be saying that they want. When you got to understand and realize now when you get to the certain level where you trying to raise your frequency, you realizing that sometimes people just be saying anything, but they don't even really know what they want. You know what I'm saying? Because you realize a lot of times, you know, people just want to, you know, yeah, they don't really be knowing what they want. That's a whole nother conversation right there. I'm not trying to get too caught up in that. But like, pretty much the point I'm trying to make is, yeah, just understand that the frequency that you're trying to get to is never going to be attained if you don't understand where you came from. So before you focus on raising your vibration, you have to focus on picking apart your past. Every little bit of it. Every little bit of it. I'm talking about the bits and the pieces and the little dust bunnies in the corner. Right? Because it's tough to like break this stuff down. You know, sometimes I lose my train of thought trying to, you know, like with the point that I was trying to make of understanding that, you know, just everything about your frequency from a low frequency. You know what I'm saying? How, you know, you never even was nowhere near self. Everything was programmed from the TV that you watch to the sites that you watch, the X-rated sites that you watching, to why you like certain women and why you want to do certain, you know, things sexually to women. You know, you grew up watching these sites since you was a youngin', you know, building certain urges for things that they was teaching you on these websites, giving you certain subconscious downloads and triggers in your brain, letting off certain dopamine, and depending on that dopamine that you was getting from these things that you was watching is what you grow to end up wanting in the future. You know, you could have been somebody that was in the, you know, a certain type of, you know, X-rated stuff where you kind of just gravitated to it. Like everything is like by chance, you know. It just so happened that by chance you didn't go too deep into the site like maybe some other people that they got weirder fetishes because they just ended up by chance coming across things early on in time and maybe even gravitating to more other things where now they got to the point where they like, you know, they not understanding what's going on in their system and in their brain and why they are desiring, you know, these triggers. They don't even realize that it's not even that you like the videos. You know, you like the reward system. You know, you like the triggers of the dopamine that you get. Feeling rewarded, like you accomplished something, right? Because that is what, you know, that whole agenda of these sites are all about. That goes deep within itself. So now once you understand that in order to get to the future, you got to go back. Because now, for example, right, I did a live stream on my main channel. If you didn't see it, go check it out, where I went back to my hood for the second time on live stream, right? And this is the type of person that you have to become when you looking to raise your vibration. You got to go back to where you came from, and you got to analyze it from a more conscious standpoint, right? If you want to raise your vibration, you also have to be highly aware of your current vibration, meaning that you have to cut out everything from including your diet, from distractions, from get off social media completely. Don't do no scrolling on social media at all. You know, stay on YouTube because I want to be able to talk to you. But delete every other app. Seriously though, because like you don't realize that when you scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, you know, you think that you're doing that consciously, but subconsciously you looking for something, for some sort of trigger in here. Right? You know, those triggers where you just carelessly scrolling and then you come across that big booty girl that you happen to be following. Or you on the explore page and you come across something that give you a certain type of dopamine rush that maybe is outside of something X-rated that even goes deeper, right? Because not all dopamine comes from just X-rated stuff. That's an even deeper conversation right there. So you over here scrolling and can't control it. You want to raise your vibration. Why don't you try to put your phone down and just sit down, and put your phone down right next to you and just sit there and be one with yourself. You know, breathe like a normal human being, you know, and over and over and over again. Because why? Because our whole lives we wasn't even breathing properly, meaning that we lack proper oxygen in our body, meaning that if we lack oxygen, we lack proper productivity from head to toe. From head to toe, your whole body is on a malfunction. Like your whole body is not even operating properly, bro. It go that deep, right? You want to raise your vibration to be grounded in your masculinity. You got to also understand that, you know, what it means to truly be masculine is to truly be calm, poised, full of love and compassion and understanding. And you're not trying to go there with nobody unless you absolutely have to. See, real men only prepare for war. Real men are not out here trying to, you know, cause war or start unnecessary wars like our United States presidents be doing and stuff like that for agendas and for, you know, global control of other places. Like that's a whole nother conversation, right? You know, bullying these other places because we got a more dominant military, whatever the case, right? Now, understand that what it takes to be a real man is to not allow anybody to be able to knock you off your square with negativity. A real man could be around a situation, and I got to work on this myself, right? But this is the problem I be having with content creators, right? Just because I may not be living exactly what it is that I'm preaching to the point where I've 110% mastered it, why I still can't put it in perspective? Ain't that what the journey of life as a man is all about? Do you know how long it's going to take for us to get to that point where we've mastered all of these high vibrational things 110%? That is going to take multiple years and you know, a lot of dedication. So at the end of the day, you know, I'm learning things along my journey that a lot of y'all probably don't even have in perspective, can't even really put in perspective, right? So that's the way I look at it. Like me putting out these videos and still grinding on my journey, you know, as I'm talking to y'all, for the most part, I'll be talking to myself as well. You know what I'm saying? And it just feels good to be able to put out that energy. Like I said, right? Going back to the Discord that I want you to join, right? Right? You being in a community full of people that are like-minded, and then you being accountable about your journey. You spreading that positivity, and when somebody else is going through something, and you can uplift them and support them, right? We don't really have these opportunities to do that in the real world because, you know, we kind of just be in our own space. Everybody be caught up in what they got going on. And, you know, a lot of y'all, because y'all trying to be more high vibrational, you can't really be around a lot of people because they're not really going to understand the life that you live in. So, You know, you kind of just be on some solo dolo for the most part, which is fine, but you missing out on the opportunity, you know, universal opportunity to be able to have the opportunity to project a certain energy and get blessings for that, right? I truly believe in stuff like that, right? I truly believe in putting out positivity and looking to help others, no matter my situation, no matter how perfect I may be living or not living, and, you know, dressing and gotta have a fresh haircuts and all that, and I still get on here, and I know that regardless of my imperfections, somebody can still watch my video and take away things that I may not even be saying. Me just getting on here and just showing face and just trying to put things in perspective. We all know how downloads work, right? Sometimes you end up getting downloads of something that the person didn't even say. You just start having other perspectives and other little correlations and little sidebars. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of life. You know, that's the beauty of being a high vibrational being, aspiring to be a high vibrational being, just looking to contribute and not, you know, to be high vibrational, you have to get out of the victim mindset of like this world is against you and the world we living in hell, and get out of that mindset. Because ain't no we living in hell, because I don't feel like we living in hell. Once you start to understand that as so within, without. That's how this world works. And if you feel like the world is hell, that's because you know what I'm saying, that's what you got going on up in here. So when it comes to being high vibrational, you have to take responsibility for the way you feel, and don't project that as if everybody feel exactly how you feel, right? To be high vibrational, you are responsible with the energy that you are projecting at all times. Just because you feel some sort of way doesn't mean that you have the right to project that and think that people are supposed to, you know, have some sort of understanding, because now you are putting people in a position that they don't even need to be in, when you just need to take responsibility for your energy, right? So being high vibrational is being able to observe your own frequency, and instead of feeling like maybe this is what everybody else is going through and feeling because the world is this and the news is saying that and a bunch of YouTube comments on a certain video saying this, nah, bro, don't get it confused. Don't, for me, what you add so within, so without. That's what you have to understand no matter what when it comes to being high vibrational, right? Because once your inside start feeling good, right? Like I got on my YouTube community post on my main page today and just got on there and said, I love you so much, with a nice big heart, all caps, right? Something I don't think I've done enough of, which is just putting out that strong high vibrational love energy, right? And the reason why I made it so direct and saying I love you was because I know that each and every one of you guys that seen that on my community post would feel like, you know, it would feel more personal, right? Because it just says I love you, not I love all my subscribers or I love the whole gang. Like, no, I love you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, pay attention to your frequency, right? When you'll also start to realize, right? When it comes to being high vibrational, you'll realize that it's actually hard to be positive, right? Some things I started implementing for the past couple months, I would say even like for a while in my life, little by little flickers and all that, trying to, you know, walk in certain environments and just be, you know how, you know, I may look a certain way, you know, I might walk into a certain spot and I might have, you know, my hoodie on and I got that Bronx energy. And then, you know, people might get intimidated by that. And I still don't allow that to make me feel like, you know, like, for example, it was this guy in the salad bar. I go to this salad bar called Just Salad, right? And normally when I go to this salad bar, they don't have a lot of locations, but most of the locations are only downtown, right? So it was only me and one other, like, you know, black dude that you could tell we was the only two that looked like, you know, we from the trenches, but everybody else just looked like they suited up. They just on their lunch break for work and all that. And something happened with his order, and he automatically got defensive and like, oh, he was like, yo, like, I was first, like, why you taking him? And you could tell that he felt defensive, as if they was blatantly trying to be racist to him. And I felt that from it. I was looking at him with the look like, you know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, get out of that victim mentality. Get out of that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is against you. It's not personal. Even when it feels like it's personal, it's not. Even if they had that intention to do that, it's still not personal. But I literally watched the whole situation and seeing that they didn't even mean to do that. It wasn't even intentional. But even if, let's say, you don't take that stuff personal, because that is you looking for a reason to be in your feelings, to be entitled to, like, oh, like, you know, I'm just like, bro, dust it off, man. Don't let nobody throw no energy at you and you just like I was having a good day, but now because they did that to me, I kind of feel this way. Bro, tighten up. Tighten up. As a high vibrational man that you want to be grounded in your true masculinity, don't ever let nobody just be able to do something to you and make you feel that way, gang. Nobody. Not nobody on this entire planet. I don't care who they are. Nobody. Not your girl, not your family, not even your kids. Nobody. That is your responsibility as a high vibrational being. Aspiring high vibrational being. Right? Me personally, I've been working on that, going to certain spots, and I see that I either intimidate people, or I see that people just kind of have that, you know, that stereotype look in me, where they just kind of expecting me to be a certain way, and then I use that to my advantage to shock them with positivity, and I feel like I get rewarded for that every time I do that, and I collect that energy, kind of like Sonic when it's all of them rings and you got to chase the rings in the Sonic game, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel when you putting out good energy, right? And you also have to be responsible, because now when you put out bad energy, or you allow somebody to trick you into putting out bad energy, that's like Sonic hitting the wall, and then some of them rings start coming out. And then you like, oh, snap, like my rings, bro. I had 90 of them joints, now I got like 70. You know, depending on the level of the kind of low vibrational frequency you put out. You know what I'm saying? So be very responsible on this journey. And you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you want more videos on my second channel, you want more content, you know, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you leave a comment to support the channel. It helps the channel. I'm learning that. And if you made it to the full length of this video, drop a 722. And if you got any other, you know, content ideas that you want me to speak on, you let me know, and I read all my comments. And if it's a good enough video, I will do it as soon as I possibly can. Peace and love, family.